Hey, welcome back, everyone. Good to be with you on this Wednesday night. I guess almost Thursday morning here. So, wherever you're at in the world, hello. Hope you're having a good day, night, evening, wherever it is with you. So today we're going to be playing Enderal, which is it's sort of like a Skyrim mod, but it's basically like a completely separate story and game built essentially on top of Skyrim. So I've never played it. I've been meaning to play it. It's been on my list for quite a while. Um, so I figured we'd go ahead and give this a shot, see how it goes. Um, Not your average Joe. Welcome. Good to see you again. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, so let's go ahead and we'll start new game. And we'll see what we got going on here. I have to talk with Daddy. He wants to tell me something important. Okay, so it looks like we can't do third person at all. Can I do my FOV? Or FOV a little bit. Okay. Alright. Um, let's see. So we need to find journal. Yeah, okay. Talk with Daddy. He wants to tell me something. Okay, so we have to find Daddy. Oh. Okay. Hope neither one of those are Daddy. Got some boxes here. Burnt down house. Nutritiousness of meat. Meat is life. Even the ash people who were populating this world before us knew that. Each time they killed an enemy in battle, they tore out the liver and heart of the fallen, ate them together with their family. By doing so, just as everyone knows, the strength of the beaten enemy is passed on. But as we are living in a time in which eating fellows is nonsensically seen as barbaric, we, the friends of the bloody meat, have to settle for animal sources. Kind of sounds like the Bosmer being packed. They have to eat their fallen foes. I think within like 3 days of killing them or something like that. What else do I have in my inventory? Basically just that right now. Get some water. Nothing over here, I guess. Nutritiousness of meat. We already got that. Okay. Okay. I feel like I'm in some weird, like, cannibal cult. Cool bird. Spore crown. Harvest that, I guess. Let's go see if there's anything over here. Deer. Statue. Scribbled note. O Lord, O Maker, I can hear you calling. I feel your love. I know about your sacrifice. Without you, I am nothing, a twig on the currents of time, sheep without shepherd. For me, free me from my vices and forgive me my trespasses. Forgive too my wife and child. Deliver me from my pains and bless us with your everlasting mercy. Okay? Let's see. Oh. Yeah, it's just so weird, like, seeing so much of the Skyrim stuff, like, repurposed, you know? Like, if you see those in, like, Sovngarde. Chickens. Empty barrels. Just trying to see if there's anything I can... Guessing that's Daddy. Yeah, I'm only talking to it. Also, I don't like that I have to call him Daddy. It's... I need to know a little bit more about this guy before I feel comfortable calling him Daddy. Got those, got the clothes hanging out there. See what's in the door. Can't open the door yet. Let's talk with Daddy and see what we got here.
Oh, hey there. I didn't see you coming. So, how did it go? Did you find it?
What is this place? Where are we?
Where are we? We're at home, silly. Where else would we be? Just Mommy, sister, you and me. Now tell me, how did it go? Did you find it?
No, I didn't.
No? Pity. Maybe you're simply looking in the wrong places. Did you ever think of that? Oh, well, who knows? Say, why don't you go inside and see if you can help Mommy with the cooking? The Creator was kind to us today and sent a big fat elk right in front of my bow. All right?
No, a bloody stomach. Alright, let's go find Mommy. And not Rhea Ripley for you WWE fans out there. Search tomatoes. Take a tomato. A lot of peppers. Got some good stuff in here, man. Some peppers, some tomatoes. Take some meat. Oh, that looks creepy.
I totally forgot what a mess I left here. But I was right, wasn't I? A real gem we've got here.
Guys,
well then,
me out.
let's
Like
waste no more time and get to it, shall we?
What about Mommy and sister?
Now would you look at that? I totally forgot about them. They're dead, don't you remember? You murdered them back then, both of them. But hey, no use crying over spilled milk, right? At least this means there's more meat for the two of us. You still remember how to do this, right? First, off with the skin. Slice up the belly, then out with the entrails. I'll look for a nice sharp knife in the meantime to cut off the head. I don't think either of us wants to eat that, do we?
Dude, it's creepy. Okay, well, I guess it's all the same option.
Oh, silly, what's this again? We both know that's a lie. You did it. I remember it all. First, you set this horrible fire to your sister's crib. She screamed and screamed, and Mommy heard it, but when she finally got there, nothing was left of her but burnt flesh. And... oh gosh, do we really need to go through this again? You know how sad it makes me when you do this. You killed them, period. No matter how often you tell me you didn't, it changes nothing. You hear me? Nothing. Now please, let's start cooking. I'm so bloody damn hungry. Oh, by the Creator's name, why are you telling these lies? Isn't it enough that you murdered us? Do you really have to bother me over and over with your stupid, pathetic, and pointless whining? You know, sometimes I wish the Creator would have made me just a little less merciful. Just a little less pious. Because then I would have realized that you were tainted by sin long before any of this had ever happened. And instead of raising you, feeding you, and loving you like a father does, I would have put you in the horse trough right after you were born. Yes, I should have killed you. I should have just killed you. Just like you killed us. And now, you think you're safe because we're all under the earth, don't you? Well, listen up, my child. You are wrong. And do you know why? Because the dead don't forget. Do you hear me? The dead don't forget.
Dude, this is...
Now enough of this useless chatter. I'm bloody starving. Bring me the meat, you spoiled brat. Bring it to me. Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat. 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 Bring me a nice crisp piece of meat.
That is a wild opening.
Let's begin with a question. It might sound simple to you at first, but I pray you to think about it. What distinguishes a free man from a slave? For now, however, let us start this story where another one ended 3 years ago, with the death of the Lightborn. For 4,000 years they had reigned over this world, 7 arcanists who, through their magic, had acquired eternal life. In a time of chaos, they gave mankind what they thought it needed most, to be ruled over with an ironclad, fair hand. Within just 1 century, they united the shattered lands, and a single century later, their human origin was forgotten. They became gods, or Lightborn, as they let themselves be worshipped as. Yet the longer they reigned, the louder the voices grew that accused them of tyranny. The loudest being that of Naranzul Aranthiel. And he succeeded in achieving what was once thought impossible. He gathered an army, overturned the Lightborn, and gave back freedom to mankind. However, the price for this was high, because where there are gaps of power, fights erupt. As such, this world grew into what it is today, shattered, riven, and broken into pieces. But all of this was merely a diversion, so that no one would notice something else. The death of the Lightborn had set something into motion, a clockwork, having long stood still. Its gears now once again slowly began to turn. This is the story of someone who wanted to be free.
Hey, quiet, damn it. You wanna wake up the entire ship or what? Well, sorry. That was a bit harsh. I'm just nervous, that's all. It was that dream again, wasn't it? Uh-huh. Seriously, if we had a penny for every night since we met where you woke up screaming, we'd probably be traveling to Enderal in our own starship and... well, not like this. Some things never change, I guess. Do you ever ask yourself if maybe you blame yourself for all of this? For what happened to your family, I mean?
Let's see. Well, let's stick with this nonsense. Those bastards from the temple killed them, not me, and I know that.
As determined as ever. I guess you're right. But... who knows? Maybe everything is going to be different now. It's strange, isn't it? The way life sometimes goes. Now, if you had told me that a few weeks ago, I would have at the very least called you insane. But if the stories are true, there's no better place for a fresh start. Can you believe it? Apparently there aren't even any slaves on Enderal. It's amazing. Only this whole blind passenger thing is making my head ache.
Let's see. Me too, but we're going to pay our debt as soon as we have earned some money over there.
We're talking about 500 pennies here. Even if we're able to find a job over there, we will still need the money for ourselves. Don't fool yourself. What we're doing here is theft. Unfortunately. But anyway, what's done is done. I just hope the Endralians are easier on Outlanders than the Neramis are. Your mother was a fugitive as well, wasn't she? Where exactly did she come from? You've told me 100 times, but I just keep on forgetting it.
Alright, so on to the character creation. So, let's see. Half Eterna, native to the swampy continent Mire Aranet. The destruction of the land caused by decades of war forced many Eterna to escape to other countries, whose various destinies awaited them. Some pursued and disregarded them because of their innate magic. Some revered them for it. Many Eterna earn their life as traveling minstrels. Half Eterna start with a bonus for elementalism, entropy, mana, and enchanting. Okay, so that would be more of a mage focused character. Arazalian? Alien? The barren and steep-like continent Arazal. The Arazolan people are divided people, while the nomadic natives and the steppes maintain their pantheistic traditions. The coastal inhabitants regard them as primitive and struggle for recognition fully. Okay, so this would be like a warrior type build. Kalenian, Belt and Kyle. But to have a reclusive mind. Bonus to rhetorics, carrying capacity, sleight of hand, and marksman. And Coranian. Said to be both barren and inhospitable. Culture, heretical, and immoral, especially in religious conflicts. Start with a bonus to light armor, one-handed, stamina, and alchemy. Let's go with this guy. See what kind of presets we got here. Okay, I didn't help with any of those. Go like middleweight. Um, okay, head. I don't know. We'll just rock the default here. Spend too much time on this. Maybe we'll do something like that. Just stick with this. Maybe we can do this. It's kind of giving me the one guy from House of the Dragon, Corlys, I think, or something his name is, the sea snake guy. Well, now I gotta come up with a name. Well, you know what? Let's go with that.
Right, I remember. She fled from that civil war the Black Crescent caused, didn't she? Ironic, isn't it? Seems some parents pass on their fates to their children. Anyway. Whew, I'm gonna hit the hay for an hour or so. It's your turn to stand... Wait. You hear that? Shit! Someone's coming!
Nowadays just don't want a man to guard them anymore. That's the problem. Yeah, sometimes I long for the good old...
Yes. Breath of the Desert. Increases light armor. Is this just a passive? I guess so, yeah.
When I could lift a skirt, nobody would bat an eye. Anyway, enough of the chit-chat. Now, where did I put that key?
Oh, blazes, what do they want? Come here. The lamp! Quickly! Put out the lamp! Good. Now, quiet.
Ah, here we go. Man, it smells like Vaughtier's balls down here. Say now, what's that chest supposed to look like?
Small, with the crest of the Blue Island Coalition on it, I think.
Ah, yeah, right. Black Guardian knows what the captain wants it for this shortly before arriving. You go look upstairs. I'll see if I can
So
find
we got
it
one
down
guy
here.
down here.
Okay.
Oh, shit. They don't leave us any choice. We need to do something quick. You take on the old guy, I'll take the young one. Go!
Someone's there.
Throw a hook to the face! Come on, dodge! You can do it!
Oh dang, takedown.
Oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. That wasn't part of the plan. Not at all. What in blazes are we going to do now?
Let's tie them up and gag them. When we arrive, we'll sneak out.
Yes, of course. That makes sense. One of them said it's not much longer until we arrive. With a little luck, no one will notice they're gone until then. Come on. Help me search. There must be a rope or something. And I thought we were over the hump when we made it on board.
It's-
It just can't ever be easy. It's...
I was looking for a rope.
Poor lost souls. The probabilities have turned against you.
What the? Who are you?
You are confused by my sudden appearance. But my identity is irrelevant, as are you, dear Sirius. Unfortunately.
What? Oh shit, please don't tell anyone we're down here, please. We didn't mean any harm. These guys were just...
You ask that I not reveal you, for your intentions were not evil. And I believe you, but sadly, it's not compassion that rules my deeds. The first beat of a wing must happen. It is the only way the probabilities will fall into place. This is the way it has to be. The way it has been for eons. I am sorry.
What the? Oh no! No! What are you doing? Please! Just don't leave! We just wanted to...
After we had left Ostian, the two of you hid in the cargo and lived on our stocks. Then when Rick and Sebald found you, you gave them a beating. And all of a sudden, a veiled woman appeared and knocked you out with wild magic. Is that about it?
Yes, I know it sounds crazy, but it's the truth. Please, my dame, we didn't have a choice. You've got to believe us, the war, we just wanted a second chance, that's all.
A second chance. Yes, I think I understand you. You wanted to start a new life in a new land. And as my ship is one of the only ships still sailing the route since the wars, you were simply forced to board without paying.
Yes, we could work for you, you know? We could scrub the deck, peel potatoes, anything to pay off our debt. And as soon as we've arrived...
Heartbreaking. How truly, truly heartbreaking.
Everything like he's gonna get
But let's
killed.
be honest. You did have a choice. You could have signed on like all the others did, but you didn't. Instead, you've nested on my ship like flesh maggots, enjoying the good life while my crew actually had to earn their keep.
I mean, she's not wrong.
And now you're feeding me this bullshit about veiled women and wild magic? How stupid do you think I am? I know your kind. You are cutthroats, filchers. At least have the guts to admit it.
What? No. You're wrong. Please, just let me explain. I
don't give a shit for your explanations. If there's one thing I hate more than cowards, it's people trying to pluck my heartstrings. You two are scum. And there's only one kind of punishment for scum on my ship. Pull him up, Ruger.
But Captain, they...
Do it.
Of course, Captain. I'm sorry, lad. You should have stayed in their room.
But... You can't do this.
Oh, believe me, I can.
No.
Ooh, damn. Yep, she killed him.
Oh, well, look at that. Someone's woken up. Rise and shine. Tie him and his friend together and feed them to the fish. Good luck in your new life, friend.
Damn. Forgot to be fish food, chat.
Tell me, what is time to the dead? Dreaming anyway.
So many people just talk, and
How
never
does it feel to be powerless?
This is about your damn pride, team.
I know I'm not real. At least not according to your definition.
I know damn well I'm doing.
There was nothing I could do.
This isn't happening. But then again,
This just isn't happening.
What is reality anyway?
Selfish fool!
Jesus. So loud. think I need to... I'm gonna turn the game volume down a little bit, because that looks like it's getting quite loud when it's going. I need to see display. I guess I can't change that without putting the game. All right. Where are we? Vagrant. This memory unlocks all warrior disciplines for you. It also reduces the weight of heavy armor by 10%, grants you the talent of Rage, which raises your weapon damage for a short time. Okay. Okay, well, we're not doing heavy armor. The memories of the Phasma list allow you to construct ghostly companions. That's not what we're doing. Okay, that's gonna be magic. It's Lather Camp Werewolf. Okay, I don't want to do that quite yet, I don't think. Stamina regeneration is boosted by 20. I don't have anything for like light armor type stuff, it seems. I guess we'll just start here. Okay. Find a way to reach inlet. Oh, I guess now I can switch to third person. Okay. Right. Let's see what's all around here. New purse, we'll take that. Empty wine bottle, I don't know if I need that for spare parts. Rancid health potion. Pick up a little bit of coal just in case it's useful. See if I can equip that knife. Okay. let's see. That I can actually cook. But so now we've got a knife. Mana fountain. Your journal. Sirius is dead and I am alive. I break these words, but I'm not sure if I'm understanding them at least a bit. I am on my own. Apparently I had luck. I awoke in a valley basin. This has to be Enderal. I'm feeling strange, feverish, weak, as well as strong and clear. As if a veil has been in front of my eyes for my entire life, which is lifted now. Also remembering a weird dream which I had before I woke up. Especially the words of the veiled woman who subdued us. It all begins with the dreams. Remember, I need answers and I can find those on shore. Okay? Alright, let's see. Flushes, lobster, iron sword. So we'll pick up a pickaxe too. With our iron sword as opposed to the knife. Okay. And, ooh. I was not prepared for that. Chest. Okay. I'm gonna pick up these empty bottles just because I don't know if I need them for anything right now. Yeah, I don't want to go into the... Let's see what's up here. Just the tent. Okay, so nothing. Alright, I guess it's into the temple we go then. Right. Heals you by 35 points. Let's see. Sure again, like if they'll be useful or anything. Missing something to activate the mechanism, okay? Well, there's nothing else here. Oh, room key. Guessing that's this. Yeah. Sure my FOV didn't change. What does the map looking to me? Let's go look this way first. Bunch of crystals in here. Certain areas raise your arcane fever. Okay. So that raises my arcane fever. Okay. I don't have any, I think it said ambrosia, which I don't have any of that, so, go back for now. Let's go home. Hard to tell based on the map. I guess let's go check this way out. Scrap metal of an ancient nation. Key to forgotten temple, lockpick. Okay, so we got some lockpicks. Scrap metal. Which I don't know if it's useful or anything right now. Okay, and I can't go any deeper there. Alright, well, I guess only one way left to go. Okay, let's go up this way then. Let's see. fog sponge. Okay, we'll take some fog sponge. Great, so we'll do that. And don't have enough learning points. I don't know what a learning point is. Okay, well, let's hang on to those for now. For a couple of hours. Let's see if there's anything in the water. Always worth checking out the water. Okay. Alright. Corpses and the light, they are gone. Okay. This machine, why does it seem so familiar? It doesn't seem familiar to me at all. What is this? Ice Claw. Permanently raise your carry weight by 1. Okay. That's cool. Alright, cool. We'll have to keep a lookout for those then. Right. Just waiting for when we have to start defending ourselves here. Gotta imagine it's coming here before too long. Okay. We don't need another pickaxe. Great, let's turn this. Okay, it raised that. Okay. Detected by what? Oh. Right into that. Taking everything right now. So I don't know what we're gonna need and what we're gonna need. There we go. So we got some clothes now. Good. Not running around half naked, you know. Right. Alright. Go ahead and make a save here. Okay, so we need to collect 5 pumpkins. Okay. Gotta keep an eye out for the mana fungi too. Okay. You have risen to level 2. You receive 5 learning points, 4 crafting points, and 1 memory point. Choose an attribute you want to raise. Let's raise stamina for now. Okay. And then it said we had learning points. So let's do those 2 for now. Okay. Okay, still need another pumpkin. Yeah, I need 1 more pumpkin apparently. go check out this abandoned tower, I guess. Then okay, so it's basically just flames. Alright, so let's keep going here. Use traps to your advantage by defeating enemies with them. That worked out well. Where'd he go? Oh, he's over here. Get some troll fat. What's this? Magical symbol. Okay, so apparently we've collected 1 of 100 of those. Oh, there's some ambrosia. Okay. Great. I like the look of that one better. Hit the wrong button apparently. Okay. Where does this go? Some coast. Let's go look over where the troll was. See what's in here. The ocean. Here. Thanks. Okay. Maybe more this again. Here. Do that one just to see. Queen purse. You know what? Okay.
Now would you look at that? I knew I'd seen someone scrambling in the mountains. What brings you here, my sir?
Oh, that's a long story. Where am I and who are you?
Who am I? Finn Delires, apothecarius by my path. Pleased to meet you. And you are at Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. Where are you from? But wait, don't tell me. I know that accent. Nerim, isn't it?
There we go. Everything's locked up. At least for the night we should. Wait a second. Who's that?
Just an adventurer on his way. No reason to worry.
No reason to worry? For heck's sake, Finn. How do you know that this guy isn't with the bandits? You said you'd call me if anyone showed up. And now you're standing here, having a chat with him as if this were the bathing house of Ark.
Lo and behold, we are still alive. Now, is there anything else, Carbos?
I've got my eye on you. Touch any of our stuff, and you'll regret it. Unbelievable.
May I present Carbos, as he lives and breathes. Sorry about that just now. That's just how he is. In any case, if you don't need any more help, I'd suggest you move on. Follow the way east behind the dam house. It'll lead you to a village called Riverville. Ah, here, take this. Truth be told, you don't look so healthy. Your eyes... well, whatever. Well, what can I tell you? This is the Sun Coast, in the south of Enderal. A pretty peaceful area, except for all the animals and bandits that have recently started going crazy. And, well, that's pretty much it. I think you should ask the people in Riverville if you want to know more. They certainly have some stories to tell.
And are there places that might be of interest to an
To an
adventurer?
adventurer? If you ask me, what you need before you adventure anywhere is some good old-fashioned shut-eye. But yes, there are some places. The Three River Watch, for example, right there below the stone arch. It was once an old trading post, but now it's full of shady characters. Ah, and there's also a big Pyrian ruin south of it.
Said you were apothecaries by path. What do you mean by path?
By the Black Guardian. You really are an outlander, aren't you? My path is... well, it's just me path. My role designated to me by Malthus. A kind of calling, if you will.
A role designated by Malthus? You mean the gods assign your professions?
Not exactly. Malthus designates our place in society. Generally the same one our fathers and forefathers occupied. I walk the path of the erudites, and there's also the manufacturers, the sublimes, and, of course, the pathless. Within these roles we are free to choose a profession, but certain vocations that are available to an erudite are not permitted to a manufacturer, which is one path below. However, below does not mean that it is in any way inferior. Everyone on Enderal does what they do best, and who would know better than the gods what exactly that is?
Okay, well, fair enough, I guess. Oh, we'll do an interesting thought.
I didn't come up with it.
Okay. Can I trade with you?
Yeah, why not? Show me what you've got. Maybe I have some things you can use.
Okay. Let's see. So let's see if we can sell you. Okay. Heavy.
don't mention it. I wish you a quick recovery and safe roads. Walk blessed. Carbos, do we need the still tomorrow? Or can I clean all the tools?
Blazes, Finn, I'm playing. Don't bother me.
I guess that means no. Hmm? By the righteous path? What happened to you? You look as if you've met the Black Guardian himself.
Sudden fever. Do you have any idea what it could be?
Fever? Well, there could be many causes. Wait a moment. I think I still have some grunt root. That should be enough to ease your pain, at least for now. Take a seat at the fire. The warmth might help you.
Oh, so now we're brewing potions for complete strangers.
Well, if the strangers are about to die of fever, then yes. There was that oath we swore once, remember? To help the afflicted, to...
Whatever.
Thank you. Gruntroods, Gruntroods. Ah, here we go. So, let's see. Sheer cup, some water. Ha! Done. I can't make any promises,
Shit.
but...
Finn! The still!
Ha ha! They've hit me. Do something, damn it! Do something! Oh no! Oh, sod it!
Do I really have to watch every step you take? That was a fucking close call.
Hey, I'm sorry, all right. We'll pick up a new one in Ark.
Yeah, and you're paying for it. Here I thought this bloody day couldn't get any worse.
This day isn't getting any better. Here, drink this. It'll help you. See, you already look a lot better. Still, you should let a priest take a look at that fever as soon as possible. The grunt root potion will wane in a few days. What? You mean the still? Bad quality, and too much heat, I'd wager. But, whatever will be, will be. Explosion? I'm not sure I follow.
Oh, that'd be great, wouldn't it? Finn Dalaris. Died in 8234. Cause of death, exploding still.
Ha ha. Look, I really don't know what you're talking about. Maybe...
Wait a second. What was that? I could have sworn I saw something moving over there. Oh shit!
What the? Carbos!
They've hit me, Finn. Those bastards. They've hit me.
Dang it, I still can't move.
Carbos, do something, damn it!
Now look at that. Our mysterious survivor has awoken.
Where am I and who are you?
Jaspar Matumiel Delveric. Jaspar for short. And you, my friend, are at my very own campsite. Before you ask, yes, the bandits killed both of the apothecary. The only reason you're still alive is that the impact of the explosion threw you right into the thicket. Most of your injuries are only superficial, but your fever, well, that's a different story.
How do you... Wait, what do you know about my fever?
Quite a lot, actually. You're suffering from Arcanist's fever. Honestly, I'm surprised the old apothecarius didn't see that. Let me guess, you're suddenly capable of doing things you previously knew only from the bard songs, right? You're unusually strong, you have reflexes like a cat, and drinking potions or any kind of magically infused substance leaves a bitter afterglow in your head.
Yeah.
Well then, congratulations. Your magical talent just blossomed. A bit late, given your age, but it happens. Put simply, the fever is a result of your body not being able to cope with it. That's not much of a problem for now, but if you don't let an Arcanist treat you sometime soon, things are going to get grim.
So an Arcanist will be able to cure it?
Contain it, not cure it. From here on out, you're always going to be a little more sensitive than someone without magical gifts. But that's tolerable compared to what your magic will allow you to do.
What do you mean by a little sensitive?
Prone to certain conditions. As I said, your fever will get worse if you drink healing potions. But you'll also be a lot more susceptible to nightmares and those kinds of things. Also, you should be very cautious of areas with magical contamination, such as Thalgard in the east.
If I contain the fever but let it get worse, what are the consequences?
At first, diffuse headaches, general unease. Later on, your eyesight will blur, your limbs will grow weak, and you'll get a maddening itch all over your body. If you leave it untreated for too long, you'll either die or turn into an Orbaya.
It can kill me? And what's an Orbaya?
Yes, it can kill you. Everything has its price, as the wise hermit likes to say. And an Orbaya is basically a giant undead version of yourself with tumors and pus all over your body. Just never let the fever get too bad.
Right? Are there any other remedies?
Well, there's ambrosia, but for an uncontained fever, it'll only postpone the symptoms. Later, you can drink it whenever the fever gets worse. The stuff looks and tastes like undead sweat, and is bloody expensive, but it's the only thing that really helps.
What about these visions? Are they also caused by the fever?
You have visions?
For lack of a better word, yes. Ever since I've had this fever, I've got the strange premonitions of things which are about to happen. Are they also a symptom?
Not that I know of. The only visions I've ever had are those that come along with a good pipe of peaceweed. You know what? As I said, someone needs to contain your fever as soon as possible. And as it happens, I know people. But in return, I want you to tell me everything. What did you do in that temple? And what's the story with those visions? I can't put my finger on it, but there's something strange about you, and that intrigues me. What do you say?
Sure.
Well, then, the stage is yours. I see. My condolences for your loss. So, let me summarize. You somehow survived getting thrown into the open sea, and while you were half dead, had this dream in which you saw burnt bodies and a blinding light?
Yes, but it wasn't a dream, it was more like a memory. Temple I saw in it was the same one as the one in the valley.
Huh. And you also said that your magic didn't develop gradually, as it usually does, but all at once, right?
Right after I washed up on the shore, together with the visions.
Well, that's quite the story. I guess you know how absurd it sounds, but for some reason, I believe you. I've met a lot of liars in my life, and you aren't one of them. All right, it's settled then. I'll introduce you to my employer and ask him to treat you. Before we leave, however, there's something else I need to take care of, and I could use a hand. The sooner we get that done, the sooner we can make for Ark.
What's Ark?
Ark? The capital of this country? Walls high as towers of iron-hard stone rest alone in the mountains in granite enthroned, never decaying, the ages surveying, guarded by Malphus, and blah, 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 and so on and so forth. You're going to see it soon.
Okay. What if I want to do this on my own?
Up to you. But without me accompanying you, the guards won't let you into the Sun Temple in Ark. And that's the only place you can get your fever treated.
Okay. Right. Alright, I'll help you. The faster I get rid of the fever, the better.
Splendid. You'll need some information before you can help me, though. I take it the fact that Vin has seen better times hasn't eluded your attention, has it? For the last 2 years, there have been wars and unrest everywhere. And even though in Enderal there is officially peace, there are peculiar things happening here, too. Normally docile animals and fakirs attacking wanderers in the open. The dead awakening in hordes. It's unsettling, to say the least. The strangest thing, however, is the Red Madness.
The Red Madness.
Yeah. It's some kind of mental illness that makes people lose their mind. Just a couple of weeks ago, there was a smith in Ark who butchered his entire family. He was drunk, but that doesn't explain why he screamed things like "Fear the light" while he was doing it. Or a young woman of noble path who set her own house on fire while her family was asleep. Now, you might say that these kinds of things happen, but by now there have been more than a dozen incidents in a very short period of time. The fact that the afflicted's eyes glow red while they go rampant has made people call the disease the Red Madness. Thing is, some weeks ago it happened again, only this time it was a magister from the Holy Order itself.
Magister?
A teacher who instructs the novices aspiring to become keepers. His name was Yarrow, a man with more than 60 winners on his back.
What did he do?
Well, according to the sole survivor, he entered the teaching room that day as usual, but instead of giving his lecture on alchemy, he gave a strange kind of speech where he kept going on about how mankind is corrupted and that it has succumbed to the void. Then his eyes started glowing, he locked the door, and blew himself up in a magical explosion.
So what's your role in all this? You said you work for the Order, but I take it you're no monk.
I'm not one for vows and austerity, so no, I'm no keeper. My specialty is recovering lost things. Treasures, tomes, memories, and the like. And the Order hired me to do just that. They want to know how a man like Yarrow could fall victim to the Red Madness. And thus, if there's something like a pattern to this malady.
You're after his motives, but how can I help you with that? I don't know anything about it.
Doesn't matter. Yarrow grew up in a small village not far from here, and according to the Order, he visited it quite often after his partner died. What I want your help with is finding clues as to why he did what he did. What do you think? Great. First of all, I want you to travel to Riverville and talk to an old man named Alfred, a childhood friend of Yarrow's. Ask him what he makes of the incident, and whether he has any explanation for it. Secondly, a farm boy told me that he saw Yarrow throw something into the sea during his last visit there. The winds have been blowing inland the last couple of days, so go search the shoreline and see if it washed up. I myself will take a look at the house Yarrow grew up in. Ah, and here. This is a map of the region. Yarrow's house is at the blue dot. So, unless there's anything else, I'd say let's step to it. Just meet me at the farm when you're done.
Here. Real quick.